When you play the Game of Thrones, you
Subscribe and like.
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Alright, hello YouTube, welcome back to the Grease Goblins YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about what do I think is going to happen with Edric, Storm, and Winds of Winter, or even further into the end of the story, and how his character is going to come back into the story, because as of right now, we know he's in lease being hidden at this point. But before we get into the video, if you guys like to subscribe, like, and comment, please do. It helps the channel grow and reach out to people that might like this content as well. And let's get into the video. So like I said, Edric is in lease. Now, where I think Edric is going to go is I think he's going to be involved with Fagon. I think Varys would, know Lys very well. And I think he would probably still have spies there. I think that he is going to find out where Edric is. And I think Edric is going to be used as kind of a puppet ruler for the Storm's End while Aegon takes the crown. Now, if the time makes sense, possibly we could see Edric Storm also being used for the Stormlands. Maybe what ends up happening is Aegon kind of tries to get the loyalty of the Stormlanders by saying, okay, we'll give you Edric Storm, we'll let him be the ruler of the Stormlands, you just have to back me for the king. And I think this is a good plan. Now, we also know that when Edric Storm had been living at Storm's End, we know that Varys sent him gifts quite frequently. Now, I think this is a sign that Varys was definitely trying to use Edric in some way, and I think this is kind of the way he's trying to do that. We also have the theory that maybe Tyrique Lannister is still alive and being held by Varys to be kind of a puppeteer of the Westerlands as well. So I think that's kind of the role of what Edric Storm is going to be, and I think Edric will also, one of the other promises I think Aegon could make to the Stormlands is that he would give Edric Storm the name of Baratheon. He is the only kind of named and, I guess, formal bastard of our Baratheon that is well known, and all that, and that has been claimed, I guess. So I think that is what Edric Storm could be up to in this next book, is that he's kind of used as a piece, not as him playing the game or anything, but I think him being used as a piece, kind of like Sansa was earlier on in the books. And I think Edric Storm will be, by the end of the books, the ruler of the Stormlands. I think Stannis at this point, his fate is doomed in the north, with I think he is going to be someone that ends up sacrificing himself to the others. I think he's going to be trying to maybe hold them off while the rest of the north can kind of retreat. I think that is kind of where Stannis is going to go. If you look at Tommen and Myrcella, if you would like to say they're Baratheons, we know they're not, but they could possibly claim the Baratheons. I don't think they're going to be around much longer. I think possibly we could see the Sand Snakes kill them, or other ways, maybe Aegon just takes out Tommen. I think the Baratheon line, for the most part, will be completely dead, besides like the bastards, so like Gendry, Maya in the Vale, and Edric. So I think Edric is the person that makes the most amount of sense to take over Storm's End and the Stormlands, and that's kind of what I think Edric Storm's role is going to be. I don't think he's going to be this main political figure. He's very young, so I don't think he's going to be a warrior type. I just think he's going to be used as kind of this figurehead and someone that can get kind of politically support from the Stormlands to help Aegon. And I think Aegon and Jon kind of seemed very competent on making alliances and garnering power to themselves. So I think this is a good way of uniting another kingdom to their strength already and all that. So that is kind of the video. Very short one today. I don't really have a lot to talk on Edric Storm. I think his story is going to go one of two ways, really. I think either one, he's not going to be a factor for the majority of the story, and then he'll kind of come back towards the end and he'll be either made to be the person in charge of the Stormlands, or maybe not. Maybe it'll go to somebody else, like, I don't know, Dany or Jon, just kind of choose someone else that was loyal to them to rule the Stormlands instead. Maybe that's a possibility as well. But that is kind of how I look at it. I think the option with Varys kind of orchestrating all this stuff with Edric Storm would be a lot more interesting, and has been already hinted at in the books as well. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of videos talking about how Varys has got a lot of things going right now, and I think Varys, this is set up to be kind of his book, because this is the person he has been kind of building towards. Aegon is the person he wants to win the whole thing. So I think this is where he's going to put out the most stops, try to do the most amount of maneuvering So as we've seen the last 3 books, where I think they've all been Littlefinger's books, I think this book in particular could definitely be a Varys book and kind of a downfall of a Littlefinger book. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.